Oh my God! Arsenal come through with the win. Oh my God, everybody! Thank you guys so much for joining us. Welcome back to the Stoop Football Fans.
We
It's
are
your boy
actually
Lolo.
on the stoop.
We are on the stoop.
On the stoop.
Crack that beer,
Look
Mark.
at this. To the Gunners.
Crack that beer,
To
Mark.
the Gunners.
Yeah,
I can't
screw
even crack
that.
it. I trimmed my fingernails today. To the Gunners.
Cheers, guys.
What
Good
an
genius.
amazing match.
Oh my God. What an amazing match.
So delicious.
I cannot even believe what just happened. This is what Liverpool must feel like. This must be what Liverpool feel like every week.
Exactly.
Because they shouldn't win these matches, and then they win it at the death. And to be honest, Arsenal, I thought we played better than Newcastle the entire match, but in the end, I'm like, it's football.
You know what?
It's football.
The final
you played
result
better.
is all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys pulled it out in astonishing fashion.
There you
Absolutely astonishing fashion.
What was that? That's not us.
Hey,
but we'll
somebody's wondering about beers.
Somebody's wondering if we ordered pizza and beer. We'll take it.
It's been a long time since we've been actually on the stoop. As you guys know, Lolo has moved to Spain. He's in a nondescript bunker. I've been in a nondescript bunker. But yes, we found a stoop. We found each other. We're back again.
And we're drinking beer. And there's Alan Barcelona.
Hey!
Yeah, we're doing our show.
Out of his head for the first time in 3 months, we've been on the stoop. This is an amazing feeling. I'm back with Lolo, and we just got back.
Somebody just bought us pizza and beer.
Hey, someone bought us pizza and beer?
Okay, that's for us. It's for us.
Wow.
Jesus.
How New York is that?
Yo,
this guy's been eating paella for the last 3 months.
Somebody just bought us pizza and beer. He showed me a receipt that said for Lolo from Antonio. A lot of pizza and a lot of beer. Oh my God.
All of you guys out there watched the Arsenal. Oh my God, it's 4 pizzas. Oh, geez. Can you smell that?
Yo.
Can you smell that, anyone?
What am I doing down here?
Can you smell it?
What?
Oh my God! Send
what
one.
What just happened? Like we didn't even set that up for the show. Wait, he said beer as well, right? Let's see what this beer delivery is like
right now. This is absolutely an amazing homecoming.
We're doing a live show right here, man.
Listen to him. This has been an amazing homecoming. Lolo has not been on the stoop for 3-4 months, and we got him back here today. He's been showered with gifts. It's been showering with pizza and beer and many happies, and it's all to celebrate the Arsenal victory against Newcastle. I did not think that Arsenal was going to pull it out of the bag, but they did. I asked for Marino to be brought in, and he did his thing. Whoa. I thought it was going to be Martinelli time. It wasn't. But, oh, my God. Look at that. That's what a New York pizza looks like. So all you people out there that says
take that, give that to your friends.
St. Louis pizza, Chicago pizza, this, that, the other.
Oh shit!
New York,
what is this?
New York is the best pizza and this is like garbage pizza. That's what we call
vegetarian.
It. Everything on it.
This is for you. That's vegetarian.
That's got meat on it.
The fuck? What just happened, Mark?
Absolutely. We got another pizza.
That's a grandma.
This is
That's
like
a grandma
pizza.
I'll take that, grandma. There you go,
pizza
Jamie.
all over the world. Y'all need to smell it. Y'all need to smell the goodness of the pizza.
Oh my God.
That's
prosciutto.
Fucking pizza.
That's like prosciutto.
That's
on
a pizza.
Here, take that one.
So if you want to come to New York, you got to go to Smiley's. Get yourself a good pizza. All the things.
Dude, it's
all as beer. Good as the Arsenal victory today. And I'm a neutral. I'm a Wolves fan. You're going to watch me do the in the toilet or whatever I called that show, because Wolves, they're kind of in the crapper. But this man has a lot to say about how the quality of a win that they got today.
Yo, I just gotta say, this match today was as horrible as it was for 90 minutes or so of 80 minutes or so, thinking that we're going to lose this stupid match, that we are better than this team the entire time.
Absolutely.
It was so great to get that goal and then to go and get the second goal to win the game.
Yeah.
It finally showed me today, like, that is the Arsenal team that I've been thinking of, that we are. We're not this Arsenal team that gives up a goal and then a low block and we can't finish anything.
Right.
This was finally a give up a goal, that's fine. Low block, mid block, and then we were able to get a goal and not only get the goal, but then go again and get the other goal to win the game. And it was amazing for me.
This was a situation where if you have doubt of Arteta being too cautious, this was a match where he did play cautious, but he brought it home. I'm sorry. This was a ridiculously good win for Arsenal. I was so fucking impressed. If I can say that, if I can swear on our show, which we have so many times, I was absolutely. And look at this guy. He's been in Spain for like the last. He doesn't even know how to eat pizza anymore. Look at him. It's just sitting out of his mouth. But this was the kind of win. This is actually the match. As a neutral, I'll say, this is a match that I've been waiting for Arsenal to
blah blah blah. We're right up there. I'm getting this slice.
Blah blah.
Who do we have? Let David in here.
Just bring them all in. Absolutely, bring them all in. I'm just so goddamn excited to be on the
free pizza and free
beer.
Hey,
look at this. Thanks, man. Look at me. Look at me. I've got a pizza.
Bring David on because we're eating. No, wait. John left. He's here. He's here in person, guys. David, how are you, man?
I got Christmas.
I'm good, man.
Oh, John is actually here. Look at him. He's over there trying to get a piece of pizza.
Now, David, I know that we weren't able to do the show on Friday.
Yeah.
And that was definitely a show that we should have spoken about Leeds and Wolverhampton. In the great voice of Christopher Walken, I might say, we was terrible. That was terrible. Christopher Walken. The only thing I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, the Foo Fighters.
Jesus, Mark, come on. You were terrible.
We were terrible.
Bad.
We were so bad.
You were so
bad. Were you that
were
bad, or were you made to look bad?
Sorry, Dave, but I had to get my slice.
No problem,
But
mate.
to be honest, like there was the goal by, was it Goodison that had the free kick?
No, that was Stat.
Oh my God, that was quality.
Yeah,
There's no way you stop that. Absolutely no way you stop that. So good on you. You guys crushed us.
Yeah.
I was all excited that that we scored the first goal, and I really thought good things were going to happen. But no.
I thought that, to be honest, I thought that was against the run of play. I know it was only 7 minutes in, but I did think Leeds were the better side up to that point. And then
you guys were the better side altogether.
Well, and we were carved open, but I sort of had a bit of confidence that we would get back into it. I didn't expect us to get back into it in quite the fashion that we did, I'll be honest. Because we had like 20 minutes where we scored the goals and we were sort of irresistible. But I have sort of felt I've had some confidence growing in me in the last few games. We can compete against any side in this division, I think. Okay, forget the top guys at the top. We might get spanked like we did at Arsenal, especially if we play the wrong tactics.
Yeah.
But against the rest, I think we can hold our own in this division. Maybe the Premier isn't as scary as we all think it is. You know, looking at how Sunderland have done really
For sure.
well.
Sunderland was
Really well.
as soon as you started saying that, Sunderland was the thought that came into my mind.
Yeah.
Yo, and to be honest, Burnley is not doing so bad either. So I think some Premier League clubs need to be careful because Sunderland is on a tear, Leeds United is on a tear, and Burnley is not as bad as everybody thinks they might be.
Right.
So it may be a Brighton, Wolves, West Ham sort of hopefully Man United sort of a
Forest. I don't think are going to have the same season this year. You know,
Forest.
I agree with you, David, on Forest. They look a very unorganized bunch.
They're going to be stretched this year.
I think that they are going to miss kind of that tactical influence of Nuno.
Yeah.
Lawrence, if you're watching,
beers, drink these beers.
Nuno coming to you guys is a fantastic. I don't know if I want to call it a signing, but definitely a fantastic hiring. He's going to set you straight. He won't set you straight this Monday, but eventually he'll set you straight, which means I'm out a lot of money, Lawrence, because I bet you hard. I bet you hard. And anyone that is on our personal chat knows that I bet Lawrence hard. I said the Wolves would be better than Forest, and it would be double if it was relegated. Hey, look where I'm at.
Yeah. You could join the other two teams out of 6 that have gone the first 5 games losing every game. You maybe join them, but you're going to have to go some because, to be honest, you've really handicapped yourself. And the win would have really done you good.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely.
Only 1 point.
We did go to Tottenham Stadium. We did get a point. I'm happy about a point. But I need a little bit
this
more.
Is all well and good, guys.
Stop.
We're talking about all these fucking
We're
teams.
not going to talk about Arsenal quite yet.
I have to tell you, hold on. I gotta say hi to somebody else. How are you?
We'll carry on talking then.
New York pizza is the absolute best.
Work, but very good to see you.
Especially when you've been drinking at the Arsenal game all day long.
Yeah.
But I will say
1
this.
week, yeah. Live show.
We showed a good fight against Tottenham. I hope we show the same fight against Brighton. But we've always, at this point in the season, for the last 4 years, we've been in the same spot. On the bottom, we always find a way to figure it out. We always find a way to win, and I still think we will. Take it away, Arsenal.
I don't know about that.
There you go.
Let's talk about Arsenal, guys. Please, can
I say something about Arsenal?
Oh, I guess, David, go ahead.
I think it was a very good win today. I think it was an essential win.
Wait,
which
you
may
talk
be
about Arsenal?
It may be a platform for your season to begin. However, I don't think you were that convincing for a large part of that game, I'm afraid. You know, I saw, here we are.
In what way?
It was like, this is the Arsenal that, that turns up to big games and doesn't do it. Okay, they did it at the end. You got out of jail. It's one game. You need to be consistent every game. And, Pope made some good saves, but I'm sorry, I wasn't,
so David, let me ask you.
overly impressed with Arsenal. I thought they deserved to win, but don't get carried away with yourself. You need more
So
Pope was
consistency.
fantastic.
David, let me give you my assessment of the game and let me see what you think of that. Where I think first 20, 25 minutes, Arsenal were on fire, looking nice, one touch passing here, shot on goal, shot on goal, shot on goal. Nick Pope looking fantastic. We get this penalty claim, doesn't end up going our way. Arsenal players feel like they were robbed.
I lost their head.
The rest of the first half, the Arsenal players became Arsenal fans, and they started bitching about every single foul that didn't go their way. I understand as a fan, I can bitch about a foul not going our way, but we were seeing it on the pitch. We were seeing Trossard complain. We were seeing Saka. We were seeing Gyökeres. We're seeing everybody complain about every single foul. Right or wrong does not matter. I'm not arguing that fouls should have gone our way or not. I'm saying our players became focused on this is unfair. And we wasted the second half of a first half playing that way.
Absolutely.
Then we came into the second half and we continued a little bit that way. Yet we weren't as direct. We didn't look as fluid as we did. It didn't happen until the 80th minute or so, after the long stoppage, after Tino Livramento went off with the injury. I hope he's okay.
Huge.
I hope he's okay.
Was huge.
Do not like
He's
injuries
class.
like that happening.
Livramento's class.
But it wasn't until after then that I thought the Arsenal players sort of said, fuck it, stop listening to everything. Stop complaining about shit. It's now or never. And then they made shit happen. They started making better plays, and you felt an equalizer was coming. I didn't know if a winner was coming, but you knew an equalizer was coming.
Yeah.
The winner was a bonus. So what do you feel about that? What I'm saying, was it the Arsenal players becoming Arsenal fans bitching about the referee?
I would say to you that, I can see what you're saying there. I think they mirrored their manager. It comes from your manager. And that was, they all became little Artetas, little bitches, whinging about everything. You know?
You go Artetas.
Go Europe. Just retain the Ryder Cup. That'll do us. Like that, because good fight back by USA. Good fight back. I always said they do well on the last day in the singles. Anyway, back to the football. You know what it was when you were 1-0 down still in that second half, and this was probably about probably with about 20 minutes to go, and I thought to myself, this game, the way it's going at the moment, it's Arsenal who are in the ascendancy, but I can see Newcastle getting another.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't have surprised me if that had happened, because at times I think I don't know what's happened to your defence. Your defence is not as good as it was last year. Saliba's all over the place. He looks half the player, and I don't know. Then obviously we got the momentum a bit more. You got the goal. You know, great goal. I have to say, on both occasions, hope has got to be questioned, especially on the second one. I mean, where did he go? He went AWOL.
They could have been 3 goals down without Pope.
I believe Pope was absolutely fantastic.
I think he made a couple of good saves. He made a couple of good saves, but that's what a goalkeeper's there for, to make good saves. A goalkeeper should always be expected to make 2 worldy saves every game and then just do his job.
Right.
He did a couple of good saves, And then where was he on the corners? He just shocking. But maybe that's the area he's not so good in. But Arsenal deserve the win, But I just think I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more from them. I was disappointed, especially that first half, as you say. They lost their heads, and it was a penalty. But then they got away with one in the second half where the arm was up. So
no,
swings
but,
and roundabouts.
but the arm up being on that one, it came off of his leg, so you can't call that a penalty because it came off of his body.
No.
It hit him in the leg and then hit his arm.
You've got your arm up in
I've
the air.
only
He's
been
very
watching
lucky.
football for
No,
like 5 years.
I know, but the rule is if
it
it goes off of your body and hits your arm, it's
It
not
went
a
off
penalty.
the pitch.
But if
Went
it
off
hadn't,
pitch and bounced.
it was the slightest of touches. If
it
it hit his
hadn't
arm
gone
straight
off-
away, it would have been a
For me,
penalty.
it was a handball.
If it hadn't gone off his leg, it was a clear handball.
It was a penalty.
And in the same
exactly.
thing,
So lucky.
earlier in the match, if it hadn't have barely touched Nick Pope's toe on
Shocking.
accident, it would have been a
All
penalty.
the things.
It
all
was
the
shocking.
Things. It just goes to show
Shocking.
with the way that the rules have been changed over the course of the very short time that I've been watching football, is to see that handball rule just constantly change. And I thought, regardless what right or wrong, regardless what Lolo thinks, regardless what
It's
David
not what I
thinks,
think, it's the rules.
I just think
Not what I
that
think,
we
it's the
just
rules.
don't know anymore.
It's the rules. If it
someone
goes
who
off your
watches,
body and touches your hand, it's not a handball,
it
Mark.
doesn't come off
God
his
damn it.
body. It practically comes off the pitch. It barely grazes his toe.
Did it graze
This
his
is-
toe?
this
Did
is-
it graze his toe?
This is where we
Did it
grazed
graze
it,
his
yeah.
toe?
This
Did
is
it
where
graze
we
his toe?
disagree. Yes,
graze his toe?
Absolutely. It's
Barely
still, look,
is a qualifier that you are putting on.
I'm just saying,
Mark.
and y'all can
No,
type in the
fuck you, Mark.
y'all can type in the
Fuck.
comments
No.
whether
No,
or
Mark.
not that was a handball.
Mark.
I think it was a handball.
Barely touched his toe.
It barely
means it touched his toe.
just like
and in the
Patrick
penalty,
Mahomes.
and in the penalty.
Oh, good Lord.
In the
But it's
penalty,
just
did it
same.
touch the keeper's toe?
It did,
Barely.
but it was barely
Barely.
touched his toe,
Barely.
so it should have been a
Barely.
penalty.
Barely. Get the fuck out of here. Barely.
Slap him with the pizza.
Somebody
Fuck
give me
you.
some of that New York pizza over there.
Oh, see, I'm so used to yelling at him across this. It's so nice to be able to get in his fucking face and
We've
tell
been
him that
yelling
he's
at
wrong.
each other across the pond for the last 4, 5, 7 weeks.
And you're
whatever.
wrong. You're
Look,
just wrong.
I'm a fucking Wolverhampton fan.
What
Look
is
at
that?
this. I don't even know.
This is the best one.
I don't even
Spinach
know
and
what kind of.
prosciutto?
I don't even know what kind of pizza being served here, but if you come to New York, you have to eat the
Dude, I'm
pizza.
telling you, this is the
You
best
don't go to
pizza.
Connecticut. You
I'll
don't go
have
to
one, I'll have
Chicago. You don't go wherever. You go to New
Show
York
him that thing.
for
What the fuck
the
is this thing?
absolute. Look at that.
No,
That's
show him. Put it
fucking
closer, man. Put it
gorgeous.
closer. I mean, don't put it in the computer, but just like
Look
turn
at
it,
that.
turn it sideways.
Look at that.
They can't see that, man.
So good. Not a
Who have you got
handball.
next week? Who have you got next week, Lola?
Doesn't matter. We'll beat them. The bottom line is, guys, the name of this show is Arsenal is the best team in the world. Prove me wrong. Go. Prove me wrong.
Until you're at the top of the table,
No,
you're not the best team in the world.
no.
Liverpool right now
No,
is showing.
no,
although
no,
they
no,
have
no. Mark,
they have their vulnerabilities, and that showed it against Crystal Palace, which I put in our chat. That's the game to watch, and it truly was until
It was a good
Arsenal
game.
versus Newcastle. That was a fantastic game, and actually, if I was to backtrack and record, the Sunderland game was an
Good game,
absolute
wasn't it?
record. That team deserved the points they got.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they've done really
Look at
well
me,
in
I'm gonna
the
shut up and
transfer
eat pizza.
market.
Lawrence.
Shaka Granite in the midfield. He's just a class above. He's just pulling the strings and everything.
look at this.
And they always look like
What a
they could
condescending
punch a
comment
goal.
here. Mark eats his pizza with a knife and a fork. Fuck you, Conche. We love you, Conche, but
I got the
Mark
fold.
does not eat. Mark
I got the
folds
fold.
his pizza.
I'm catching the grease and I'm wiping it on my pants. You can't see that.
Long-time member of the chat here, Conche, but I can't agree with you there. Mark, I've never seen Mark use a knife and a fork.
I barely eat a knife and a fork at home.
He's a sommelier.
I'm just eating food.
He sips wine and eats pizza
Throwing
folded
it in
like
my
a
face.
champ.
Hey, what's up, bud?
I know you.
It's like a home week on the stoop.
Second again,
We got all sorts of people walking back and forth.
Sorry,
giving
everybody
us the
keeps
love.
walking up to me saying, "Hey, what are you doing back?" And I'm like, "I'm doing the show. Stop talking to me."
He's back.
Guess who's back?
So what? Where's Chris? Where's he gone? Is he in hiding or what?
Chris is hiding. Chris in New Jersey always says that our time is wrong for him to do a show. And yet he's in the comments right now. So, Chris, get on the show. Call in, please, my friend. But let's be honest. What team this season have you seen be the most consistent, that you are the most concerned about being the best? Is it Man City? Is it Erling Haaland doing some crazy shit? Is it Chelsea being twats? Is it Arsenal being okay? Is it Liverpool winning at the death? What is it? What is the team right now that is making you think they have what it takes to win the league this year?
The team that's making me sit up is Crystal
Palace.
Crystal Palace. As I said in our chat, I said this is a game to watch. And I've actually told a couple of people that weren't like Premier League fans, they don't watch football, maybe they watch MLS. I was like, that's the game to watch. You have two undefeated teams. You have Liverpool that's not quite firing on all.
Crystal Palace was undefeated?
Both teams were.
Crystal Palace was undefeated?
Crystal Palace is an invincible right now. Okay. They've drawn like 3 times. But I told people that's the match to watch. Watch them beat Liverpool, and they did. They're the team to watch. I don't understand why, because they lost a lot of players in the offseason.
But they kept
yet they're still plugging along, and they are in 3rd fucking place.
They're the only team who hasn't lost.
Is this
the only
sustainable? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're going to be next year, or I think they're this year's Nottingham Forest.
I like that.
I think you're right, especially once they start playing in Europe as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Why is it Crystal House, not Crystal Palace?
Remember last year, somebody said Crystal House, and it just
Crystal House.
You know what? I mean, I'll be honest, and maybe I'm favouring the promoted size, but I'm liking to see Sunderland where they are. I'll be honest, and they look controlled. They don't look like they're going to get their asses whopped. I'm sure it will.
No,
happen
not
at
by
some
anybody.
point.
Oh my goodness! I'm dropping pizza everywhere,
and I caught it.
But yeah, no, I mean Arsenal. I think they're, as you know, I went and saw them. I was very, very impressed with them. And then they go, and what did they do last week? They lose or they drew or something. It was shocking. Whatever, they dropped points, didn't they? And if you're gonna be champions, you can't be doing that. But I'm glad that they won today, because otherwise, Liverpool stay a big point gap at this point of the season. That's not good for football. It's nice if we can get a nice compact division. I think this year it's going to be a lot more compact. I don't think there's going to be such a spread of points. There might be come the end of the season, as is normally the way, but I think it's all going to be a little bit closer. I think, well, for sure, the teams at the bottom are going to have a higher points tally than they had last year, which is going to compress it upwards and everything. So I think we're in for a good season, a competitive season. I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, Leeds United got a draw against a very good Bournemouth side. Bournemouth
should have
let's
won.
not forget, coming into the weekend, Bournemouth were third place. Bournemouth are way up there, and Bournemouth are scoring goals like crazy. And Semenyo had one of these incredible free kicks where somehow you guys lay down a wall and you lay down a draft excluder as well, and he still gets the ball under the wall and scores a goal. It's insane. But you end up with a draw there. Sunderland wins. Burnley loses to Man City. That is their first big loss because all their matches have been very, very tight.
They always get walloped by City as well.
I'm starting to think that the three promoted teams may all stay up. It may be time
Burnley
for
will.
That would be absolutely refreshing.
It would
for me, Wolves are just the quality's not there anymore, and I'm really sad to say that. I am watching a team that is absolutely destined for relegation. It pains me to say that, and I know I said that earlier on in mid-season before they fired Gary O'Neill. I still believe in Pereira. I think their showing against Tottenham was great, but I think the quality is way better than anything that we can show. You know, I got excited for our signings. What I see on the pitch, look, the signing of Fer Lopez was celebrated. Oh my God, this guy's the next big thing. He didn't even make the lineup.
I mean, Jesus, Mark, Fabio Silva was the next Ronaldo when you
Oh God, don't get me started. We sold Fabio Silva. We sold Jota. I'm gonna cross myself for him. We sold Silva. We sold Jota for Silva. Ridiculous. Yeah. We sold all these players for nobody.
Yeah, but the thing, can I just say with Jota, you were never going to keep hold of Jota.
What are you doing?
You were never going to keep hold of Jota. He was going.
We weren't. We were not going to hang on to anybody because we treat the league. We treat our team like a business. Here's how we can make money, and here's how we can save money. The quality of Wolves right now is absolutely awful. The only thing that we have is I still believe in Pereira. I think he's a good manager. I think he can bring it together. And over the last few years, at this point in the season, we've been exactly where we are right now.
Not quite as bad.
If history
not
dictates,
quite as bad.
We're going to be just okay. But I don't think we're going to be okay this season. Anyway,
I think it's going to be a struggle.
That's the toilet talk right now.
I think that just picking up on a couple of comments there that came in. Sunderland having an easy start. Okay, maybe they've been fortunate with the fixtures, but at the end of the day, they're still a side that were promoted. They're a championship side, and they've come and they've done the business. So, you know, let's give them a little bit of credit. Burnley have had a bit of a shocking start, you know, with the teams they've played. Leeds apparently, I read that on some Opta computer generated who's had the hardest starts and everything. Leeds have had the fourth hardest start. That's why I'm really quite happy where we are at the moment. I mean, I was disappointed the fact that we didn't get the win the other day. We were very close. We switched off. Couple of things with the defending on the set pieces, but I look at the week before, crazy own goal at Fulham, which gives Fulham the win. You know, that should have been a draw. We should have maybe got all the points the other day. So I'm sort of thinking, that's why I'm sort of thinking maybe actually we're a little bit better than we think we are. I know we're going to be difficult to beat, and if we can keep people fit. We're now beginning to show we can score, or at least create chances. So maybe I think we'll be okay. We're not going to be too high, probably lower table
Right.
to middle by the end of the season. That's where I'm hoping that'll be success. But yeah,
I mean, you're at fucking 11th right now.
yeah.
Sadly, you can't
We
play
should be higher, but
Wolverhampton
hey,
every week.
no, true. This is true. We would love to play you every week. That has to be said. But yeah, but we've got to play you again, so maybe we'll get another 3 points there anyway. So
I know
yeah,
at Ellen Road that's going to be tough. Maybe I come to
yeah,
town.
do
Maybe I
it,
come for
do
that.
it, do it. I don't know when
I'll
we
wear my
play you.
bright.
I'll have to
I'll
look.
wear my bright yellow Leeds shirt just so I blend in.
Yeah, yeah.
So, guys,
Don't wear a
coming through
gold one.
this, talking about the matches that happened today or this weekend. Liverpool lost at the death against Crystal Palace.
Brilliant.
Do you guys see this as anything more than a blip, or do you see this as 4 of their other matches could have ended this way?
Yep.
What's the issue with Liverpool right now? Do we think they are as good as their record shows, or do we find that their last minute winners are actually a bit more lucky than they are?
David, you go ahead.
I think Liverpool are a very good side, but and they deserve to win the league last year without a shadow of a doubt.
Sure.
They're not a great side. They're not a great side, not at the moment. They're a very good side.
Mm-hmm.
And Palace showed that they can be got at.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And Newcastle showed they could be got at, but they got that last minute winner. But that is a sign of a good side. That's a side that goes from good to great when they keep on getting these last minute winners and everything. They keep in there and they win titles that way. But we'll have to see how they go on this year. We'll have to see how they go on. And we'll have to see how the others go on, because if the others don't pick up the baton, then they'll let Liverpool get away again, And
They're a bit
Liverpool, I
lost.
think, are the best side at the moment.
For myself, I think what we saw yesterday is we saw a team where their luck kind of ran out. This is a team that comes out to a very great start, and they score goals, and you expect them to win, but they let the other team back in. We've seen it from the very, very beginning. The thing that disappoints me the most against the results yesterday with Crystal Palace is they've already been there. Liverpool played Crystal Palace, came out in a resounding lead. Then Crystal Palace ties. This is a team that Slot should have been like, oh yeah, I know you, but it wasn't. It wasn't the case, and Liverpool let something finally slip. What I've seen all throughout the early season. I mean, we're 4 or 5 games in, I believe.
Yeah.
Liverpool has found a way. Well, this time Crystal Palace found a way. And this is a team that has always been good, but this season, surprisingly, Crystal Palace is quite good. Crystal Palace is quite good. The manager is doing quite well. I haven't learned his name yet. But it's been an absolutely amazing run, to the point where we actually might forget that that Crystal Palace is undefeated through 5, through 6, wherever we are. They are undefeated. They've drawn, sure, but they're still undefeated. And this is why I told people Liverpool Crystal Palace is going to be the match of the week.
I just had the pleasure of listening to Lolo pee in my bathroom.
Oh, lovely.
At least you didn't have the pleasure of hearing me pee just right behind your chair. At least I went to the bathroom. Okay.
Just shut the door next time, please.
No, John.
Oh my God, it's all happening on the stoop. We got dogs freaking out. We got dogs pooping. Who knows?
I miss being on the stoop, my friend.
I miss this guy all the way. And guess what? He actually took this shirt off of a 90 or a 59 Pontiac. He just cut the seats and he just fashioned the shirt.
Yep, that's what I did.
First time I've actually ever watched an Arsenal match, and he had no Arsenal gear. I think this might be a new thing.
I had my hat.
He had his hat, but we all wear hats because we're all ugly and bald. Royal P, says Mr. Tom. Good header. Yes, absolutely. And a fucking cracker of a score.
Yeah. So, please, I would like the two of you to tell me why Arsenal are not the best team in the league.
Because you're in second place?
No, but tell me with a bit more, being smarter than that.
Being smarter than that?
Yeah, that was a stupid answer.
I'll give you an answer. I'll give you an answer. Liverpool's result today was an outlier. Arsenal's result today was an outlier. That's the reason why.
Fair enough.
I don't agree with that.
Didn't expect you to.
All the fucking
I agree with you on both points. I think the quality of opponent for Liverpool, I think Crystal Palace was a way better prepared team, and they've shown when they beat Liverpool the first time in the whatever cup they performed in, and in this particular case, I want to scream from the rafters of how good Arsenal was today, because they were good. They were very good. To be honest, I felt this was their best performance of the season. They were more, if I dare say, Liverpool or Arsenal-like. But I don't think the quality of opponent. I don't think Newcastle is that good of a squad.
I
really
have to
don't.
agree with you.
Not yet. They're not the squad that they've been in the past. They're not the threat they've been in the past. Crystal Palace is people talk about bogey teams. It's something that I don't quite understand, but that's Crystal Palace is a bogey team. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. That's a team you have to be prepared for. That's a team you have to look out for. You look on the schedule. That's a team. Right now, I don't think Newcastle is that team. I think they're still trying to figure out who they are as an identity without Isak.
Okay. Yes, I hear what you're saying. However, the epitome of a bogey team is a team that for some reason you have not been able to beat. You have not been able to beat them for some reason. Bogey meaning boogeyman.
I get
bogey,
it. I get it.
Like it's this weird fucking thing. It shouldn't happen.
Good point, Tom.
You can't beat them. So we have had 3 home matches against Newcastle where we have lost in the past 1 year. In one season, we lost to them 3 times. Doesn't matter. It's Newcastle. It's the team. Isak doesn't win those games. Newcastle wins those games.
Fair.
All I'm saying is it's a bogey team in this past year We've lost to them 3 times at home. We played them 3 times at home and we've lost, not drawn. We've lost.
Fair.
That means this time when we played them, when we got the equalizer, I was like, oh, thank God. We've ended this streak.
Right.
Imagine what those players are thinking. And this is when we were at the bar and you were saying, why do they keep bringing up this stat? This stat doesn't matter. And I said, it's because it's so recent. The players on the pitch have this in their head of we have not won here. They have it in their head.
Hey, but who's had it in their head? You started.
Gabriel, Saliba, Odegaard, Saka.
Odegaard barely played, but you have Eze, Gorkarez, Mosquera. None of those have experienced that.
That's 3.
It's just
3 of 11.
The same 3 that he just mentioned.
It's 3 of 11.
Can I ask you a question, Lolo?
Please.
No.
When Newcastle beat you,
David, God damn it,
was Isaac playing?
No, you, God damn it, I'm not listening to your goddamn question. Okay, go ahead.
When Arsenal played Newcastle, was Isaac playing for Newcastle in those games?
Maybe.
It's a yes or no.
Yes.
So he was, okay. And Newcastle are not the same side now that he's not there. They are lacking something. And I mean, I'll be honest, when Leeds got the draw with them, I was surprised. But then having seen a few of their games this year, I'm like, Newcastle maybe aren't quite the team they were last year. And I think they're another side that are going to struggle a bit. Mid-table this year would be good for them.
David, I hear what you're saying. But the insufficiencies they had against you all and against us, I don't think were Isak based, because Isak played several games where he was non-existent.
But when you've got a player who's better, you've got a player who is a level higher. You've got a player who's a level higher, and the rest of the team know that, and it gives them a lot of confidence, Lolo. You know?
What?
When you've got a player who's a level higher, and he is a level higher, that gives a lot of confidence to the rest of the team. Even the defenders at the back, they know they've got an out.
Something that we'll never be able to say.
It's unquantifiable.
Does it not matter?
I think it does matter. I really do. I really do. It matters.
That strawberry tastes like fucking chocolate.
No, it doesn't. It tastes like strawberries.
But
snozberries taste like snozberries.
I could think something different. And,
no.
And I'm telling you,
that's
those opinions don't fucking matter.
But opinions do matter,
right?
because opinions are just that. They're opinions.
Tommy's spot on.
It's not factual. It's just how you feel.
Yep.
So if y'all feeling a little opinion,
Dave,
go ahead.
Why did we sign up for this?
It's good to feel.
Strawberry tastes like chocolate.
Why did we sign up for this? Because
why did me and David?
Is what we do when him and I are in Brooklyn.
Opinions
Yo,
are
high
like
five.
Your face.
High
They
five.
all look like shit.
I got a high five from a 3-year-old right now. Greatest feeling ever. Obviously not a Wolverhampton fan, because otherwise it would have been like, woo, woo. I don't know.
Anyway,
good win by these guys.
I'm not attacking Arsenal, Lola. I
I hear you.
feel there's more to come. They're better than how they've been playing, and you got out of jail today. It was a good win because you got out of jail. You forced the win in the end of the day. Let it be a springboard for the rest of the season. Let's hope there's not a 2 steps forward, 1 step back scenario. And that is Arsenal. Let's hope they can go on. I'd like to see them challenge Liverpool the whole way.
David, since I, for some reason, respect your opinion, I don't know why, but for some reason, I respect your opinion. Can I get your assessment after week 6? Here we are. Week 6 is done. Besides
Yeah.
Everton, West Ham, but those teams don't matter.
Oh, they matter.
They don't matter at all.
They do at the bottom.
Matter to me.
To you guys, they matter because
At the bottom.
Can
Right,
I
go
ask
on.
you your legit opinion of my club?
His club. His club.
Well,
Oh my God, his club.
I expect good things of them. They've got the players. You've got the manager.
Yeah.
Are they going to choke again? And that is the thing. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll give you one thing. Gyökeres, I doubted that he would do as well as he's doing. And to be honest, he's like, yeah, actually, he's doing very well. The link play and everything. He needs to get on the end of chances better. He needs to get on the end of chances, but his link play and he's given something Arsenal a little bit that they didn't have last season. But he needs to take that up a level. He needs to start scoring goals.
Yes.
And then he'll be a good signing. Otherwise, he'll just be another up front, not as good as Jesus. Jesus was better.
Thank you,
Who the
David.
hell is behind
Thank
Mark and
you.
Lolo?
I have said the same. I've said the same thing. I myself cannot sing the praises of Gyökeres that you are doing. I think that when it's all said and done, it might not prove to be a very good signing. I
I think that's Kramer.
I just don't believe that he does enough. Now, if he's within the Arteta system, if there's X, Y, and Z happening,
Líderes, as they say in Spain. Líderes.
that's fine. But I find him to be very slow. He's not very good on the ball. He needs to be served, and as of yet, Arsenal doesn't quite know what to do with him. Yeah, he's scored 3 goals, 1 on a penalty, 1 was kind of on very poor defense. I just don't buy it. And I constantly question whether or not he's the striker that they need. You know, I just, he doesn't do much more. He doesn't move well. He's very slow. If I'm going to repeat myself on and on and on and on. Charges very angry.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is I didn't even expect him to have shifted up the way he has done. Because I really thought he's a championship player. He's a good championship player. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's a bit more than that. But
No, I hear you on that one.
he could end up being a bum buy if he don't score goals. But yeah, I totally agree with what you say.
Yeah.
Now, had they got Isaac, completely different story. Completely different
Well,
story.
had we got Isak, we would have had to buy Igatike first for 100 fucking million, and then we could get Isak for.
You can't talk about
think
spending too much money when you spend 100 million on a midfielder.
Why? But why, David? Why can I not say that?
Well, because Liverpool have made the money. It's not,
Yeah, but
they're within their PSR rules, so it is what it is.
That's fine, but you just said we can't talk about that.
But you can't say, oh well, they've spent that. You've spent money as well.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Yeah, but why bring it up? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
I think it does. I think it does mean
doesn't.
something because Chelsea has spent the money for like however many years and they've won everything. So it's proven that if you spend the money, you're gonna win.
But
And
that's
I
nothing new,
I
Mark.
just see it as like buying trophies, buying a championship. What I would love to see, and everybody's tuned into our show. This is a complete sidebar. I would love to see some sort of, much like we have in sports in the United States, a salary cap or a spending
No,
cap, because I just feel that there are squads that just can't compete. I mean, Arsenal spent 600 million. Liverpool spent $1 billion. Chelsea spends $1 billion every year. The rest of the table can't compete with that. How is it that you can, it's been the same 6 clubs every year winning the top 4? How is it that can be rectified? How can we create a more competitive table? How is it that the small clubs can compete against the spending power of an Arsenal, of a Liverpool, of a Chelsea? We've only seen like one anomaly in the last like 7 years, and that was Leicester.
Yeah. But
it kills me
back,
because what? I want my squad to be relegated so that I can watch like some real competitive, even field football.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my rant.
So unfortunately, Wolves not huge club. I mean, they've got great history and everything.
Sure.
Great history, but it's history. They don't generate the same sort of money. They don't get in the competitions. They haven't been getting into Europe consistently. They got into Europe, what was it, 1 year, 2 years, and then that was it.
Sure.
Well,
that was all that Champions League money. Or championship money.
Yeah. So, okay, now the gap has got bigger between the haves and the have-nots. But even going right back in the 60s and the 70s, it was the teams who spent the money who ended up winning things invariably. So it's nothing new. That's how the game works. You get the best players, not a lot more to say, it is what it is. But Palace, who haven't spent a huge amount of money
and lost players,
but they've beaten the side, the champions, and they've not lost, as you said, this season so far. It's all about consistency, isn't it? And game plans and how good your manager is at setting you up, etc., etc., etc. The problem comes if you're spread too thinly across a number of competitions. And I'm glad actually a few teams are in Europe this year, because I think it's going to help Leeds, quite frankly.
Right.
But that's where some teams will get found out.
Yeah, that's where we get back to Wolves. Wolves way back when Wolves first got promoted, they had a decent season. Second season, they got into Europe, and that killed them. Being in Europe actually killed them.
No.
No,
I don't think it killed us. What I do think is that
killed you.
Our ownership has treated.
Okay, well, you're
look. All the clubs
You're
out
right,
there.
Tom.
For those of you watching, all the clubs want to win, and they position their clubs in the best position to win. There are cups to win, there are leagues to win, all the things. Wolves have treated as it's a business. We're going to sell this player and make money, and maybe we'll take a little bit of money and buy a supporting player. I have no freaking idea. We have gone through as long as I've been following Wolverhampton, we have gone through 5 or 6 managers. We sell. We have like 5 or 6 captains. We don't know who we have anymore, and for me, that's kind of crushing. And that's all I know about supporting the team in football. And for me, I'm like, is this how it's supposed to be? I just don't know anymore.
It's
don't
not
know anymore.
It's not supposed to be this way or that way. It's just what it is. And
Fair
what
enough.
I think a lot of fans don't really appreciate is the cost of running football clubs is astronomical. So you sell a player. I mean, Leeds are a good example. They sold over 100 million pounds worth last season. Where's the money gone? It goes. It disappears. Running a football club is a very, very expensive thing to do. And that's why, as Tom said a minute ago, it's the TV money that makes the difference. And of course, if you're in Champions League and things like that, suddenly you're getting an awful lot more money. There you go. The TV money growing is what has created the advantage. It has for the top teams because they're earning the most money.
But isn't TV money like equally distributed through the 20 some odd teams? No, it's not. Because in American sports, that pie is cut equally.
Yeah, but it's not America. You don't have relegation and promotion in America, so we have jeopardy. We have jeopardy in English football. That's the difference. Yeah, it used to be split 20 ways. I mean, you get certain appearance money the more games you play, you get appearance money. It's not a huge amount, but every little bit helps. But it's playing in the big competitions, the European Champions League. That is the money. That's where the money is. But you have to be doing it for a few years, not just one off or two. And you have to sustain these things, And that's where these other clubs, your Arsenals, Liverpool's. Look at Man U. They always used to be in it. They're not in it now.
And to be honest, I believe that the higher ups of my club are like, let's get relegated and bounce back up so that we can get that, that championship money.
The parachute payment.
The parachute payment.
You lose money. You lose a lot of money just dropping out there.
I'm sure.
If you drop out, you lose huge amount of money. And if you don't come back up the first season, it's a nightmare. It really is.
Well, guys, this has been fucking fantastic talking this way and being back on the stoop. But we are done for the evening. There's tons of people here that want to just chit chat and talk with us. So we're going to call it a day.
Before we go, Tom asked me to put this up for his show next Friday.
Don't forget about Tom's Big Gay Wrestling Show. Mr. Tom talks gay wrestling with WrestleMania
next Friday.
4.
Right. And I would also like to add
Tom's Big
our other sponsor. I'd like to throw up our other supporter, Gary, with his Don't Waste a Tweet.
Yeah.
Fantastic show. He's got one of my favorite people on. I can't remember his name right now.
Big Gay Tom.
Big Gay Tom is on the show, but then also Tony. Tony's on the show.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma.
By the way, guys,
God
love
knows
you guys.
They have gooners in Oklahoma.
Love
this
you guys.
guy's
so
out.
Happy to be back from the stoop.
I'm gonna be out because I gotta do the thing. So I'm gonna do the things
We're
that I
keep
do.
Drinking out here on the stoop. Good
Love
night,
you.
everybody. Good night. Love
Thanks,
you guys.